with Emily Scott Robinson here at Studio B. Welcome to Spindale.
Thank you. Thank you
It's
so much.
great to meet you. Been loving the new record. We've got lots to talk about, but first, could we get a song?
Absolutely. I'm going to play one of my favorites off the new record. This is called Things You Learn the Hard Way. Be careful with that bottle when you have your first drink. The pull that it'll have on you is stronger than you think. Don't speed through a small town or push an empty tank. And when that farmer stops to give you gas, be sure to tell him thanks. Always check the oil in your 20-year-old car before you leave for college, or you won't make it very far. Things you learn the hard way, some lessons you can't teach until you're living through them. The wisdom's out of reach. Things you learn the hard way. Things you learn the hard way. Don't get married in a church called Mother of Our Sorrows, 'cause if it don't feel right today, it won't feel right tomorrow. A baby will not be enough to get a man to stay, 'cause you can't change or fix someone, you gotta let them walk away. Don't go to a dry well looking for a drink, and never leave your wedding band too close to the kitchen sink. Things you learn the hard way, some lessons you can't teach until you're living through them. The wisdom's out of reach. Things you learn the hard way. Things you learn the hard way. When someone's trust is broken, it's not an easy thing to fix. And when Grandpa comes for dinner, Lord, don't bring up politics. Be sure to call your mama every Sunday after Mass. You won't be ready when you lose her, and it happens way too fast. Sometimes the deepest healing comes through the darkest night, and you can't believe how often now your mother's words were right. Things you learn the hard way, some lessons you can't teach until you're living through them. The wisdom's out of reach. Things you learn the hard way. Things you learn the hard way. You ain't never gonna forget the things you learn the hard way. The things you learn the hard way.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Emily Scott Robinson live on WNCW. I think you should make a part 2 to that song. It should be all about what you learn on stage, like don't keep asking for more yourself in the monitor. And
Oh my gosh. Or actually, Joe, just hire a tour manager to go with you who can run sound, and then you won't have to worry about your monitor mixes. So, yeah, there's lots of things I've learned the hard way on stage. One of them is not to drink any kind of sparkling beverage, 'cause that causes you to burp. So I learned that the hard way down in Texas, where they have Topo Chico in the green rooms, and that is a very sparkly beverage. So, yeah, I wrote that song. Actually, I kind of crowdsourced the ideas for that song. I got on Facebook and asked people what were some things they'd learned the hard way, and I got over 200 comments from people, and it was just amazing. I could have written a whole album's worth of songs just off of all the ideas I got from people.
Yeah, those are good lines.
Yeah, especially the "Don't Get Married in a Church Called Mother of Our Sorrows." That one I knew I had to put in the song. It's my favorite line.
You've got some popularity online. Your alma mater is tweeting you up.
Oh, my
Furman.
Furman. Yeah,
Furman
absolutely.
itself.
Right down the road. That's so awesome.
I was impressed. I was like, wow, this is really something.
Yeah, it's great. I was a music major there actually, but not for the guitar and not for voice. I was a clarinet player at Furman, and spent a lot of time in those practice rooms on that campus. Yeah. So it's really good. And when I was talking to Tom before this about how much I love WNCW, and we sort of, I think when I was in college, I'm not sure that there was a Greenville station for WNCW. So every time I'd drive up into the mountains, as soon as I'd kind of get past Traveler's Rest, I'd tune in to see if I could catch it. And I love this radio station.
That's great. And you're referring to Tom Pittman, our host for Country
Yeah.
Gold and Gospel Truth,
Yeah.
who caught your show last night, which sounded like an awesome show. We can't promote a show that you've got in our region tonight because you're coming off of a show in the
Yeah.
region before you head back west. But tell us
Yeah.
about your trio last night.
Oh, it was so much fun. I had an amazing band. Well, we played at the Gray Eagle, and I had an amazing band from Chapel Hill join me on the show, Violet Bell. They're a duo, and they play all kinds of instruments and sing harmonies. And we had a full house last night at Gray Eagle, and it was such a blast. It was wonderful. It was very cool to play here in Asheville because this is where I made the record. I made the record at Echo Mountain Recording Studio, which is down on Patton Avenue. And it was just really, really a wonderful experience to come back and play this record where I made it.
That's wonderful. We're going
Yeah.
to talk some more about North Carolina roots and
Yeah.
where you've been in between. Very many good things happening with you right now.